Welcome to Illyria. Welcome to the Incubator Pod. Welcome back, everybody. We're back. This is a classic episode of the Incubator Pod. Bit of a...
You sound like you're catching your breath a little bit.
Breeding ground for some really fresh ideas that might not have the substance or the quality.
The substance.
Pretty unique, usually. And I'm just saying a padlock. I think that's my key. But anyway, we'll get into that.
As usual, a flawless introduction by your host, William Smith. I'd just like to add, we are also the only podcast that loves Gilmore Girls as much as we do podcasting.
Except for the Gilmore Girls podcast.
Except for that, which will be coming soon!
To no listeners.
To a network near you.
So don't worry about it, actually.
I'm not worried. I'm actually very excited.
Who's our sponsor? Get into that.
Our sponsor?
Yeah.
Well, our sponsor...
Did you come up with one?
No, I came up with one. No, yeah. I'm always prepared.
I bet.
I'm always prepared, okay? Don't question my preparedness.
Give me this again.
And our sponsor is... anyone that is willing to sell me 2 Leon Bridges tickets before this Wednesday.
Sell out.
Listen out, everyone. If you are willing to sell me 2 tickets to Leon Bridges at the Metro Theater, you will be our honorary sponsor for episode number 3.
You're a kook and a little spook rat.
What does that mean?
So watch out.
What?
I'm saying, do you think that's legal?
I do think it's legal.
Big wrong.
I know it's legal.
No.
What's illegal about it?
Ever heard of a scalp?
Yes.
Not good. The Russians, they used to come in over the borders. They'd say, bring us the women. We're going to scalp them. You think Shaggy's out there saying, yes, great idea.
There you go, guys. There's a history lesson from
That's Will. Actually from the book, The Last 5,000 Years of the Russians.
Aha. Is it? Is it really?
Yeah.
I think you've sent me into a cycle of disillusionment at this point.
You look so confused.
I'm very confused.
For the audio listeners, Shaggy's winking at me and raising 2 eyebrows one at a time.
And also for the audio listeners, Will is wearing no shirt and 2 pairs of pants.
Not on the bottom though. Guess. Probably wrong.
Probably not right.
Probably wrong. Hey, give me a gripe.
Give me your gripe?
Give me a gripe.
Oh, give you
Stop
my gripe.
Paddling.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Stick
just reiterating.
Idiot.
I am well prepared always for this podcast. Everything is.
Yeah, so he says. He doesn't have to go very far.
Oh, wow. All right.
And I just went far.
Right, well,
both in travel time and insult.
I wouldn't say it was
to
far
injury.
in travel time.
Insult to injury.
I mean, this podcast room happens to be... you know what? This isn't a gripe. I'm going to do my gripe, okay? It seems like you're starting a gripe of your own inside my gripe. I'm going to go to my gripe.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Just give me a moment.
Don't get disillusioned again.
I'm just a bit riled
Mr.
up.
Cloudy Head.
You just relax.
A spook rat.
All right? Weird insults and your...
If anyone has a ticket to Leon Kings of Bridges...
Leon Bridges.
Don't sell it.
It's a beautiful, soulful voice, and I'd appreciate...
I'll buy it for double.
Well, you're just a bad person.
Make it triple
If I didn't already have a gripe prepared, because I'm so prepared, you, right now, sitting in front of me, would be my gripe.
I still don't think you're prepared.
All right, well, here it goes. All right, there's this new author... Not a new author. An author.
New in birth?
No, he's been alive for a while. I'd say he's in his 50s. His name is Michael Pollan.
Okay.
You know?
How do you spell that for the audio listeners?
Michael spelled Michael.
Okay.
Pollan spelled Pollan. Pollan.
It's actually Polan.
I disagree. I have heard him say his own name. Well, anyway... I'm looking for his books. I've been to about 5 or 6 bookstores, and I'm always walking in and I'm like, hey.
I know you. You're always going around, you're saying, librarian.
That's what I say. I walk in, I make the kissy noise, I say, and even before I make the noise, I go, kissy, kissy. And then, yeah, all the noises. And then I'm like, hey, I'm looking for this book by Michael Pollan. Do you have it? And they're like, no, but we can order it for you. And I'm not about to order a book. That's such a commitment. I have to walk back to this bookstore, I've walked to like 5 different bookstores at this point. Who do I commit to?
You know what? At this point, you need a little lesson in the online bookstore,
What?
Shagnick.
Do I?
Yeah, I think
I'm
you
a little
do.
bit afraid of... You've probably noticed I'm a little bit afraid of online shopping.
Yeah, I know.
I tend to get you...
That's why I
outsource my
buy
online...
all your crap.
Yeah.
This guy, can you believe it? Have you guys ever heard of an electron?
No answer.
No.
Wow.
It's a big...
Harsh
I'm not going to get
crowd.
into it. They're very, very fast. But not fast enough. You know what I'm getting into. Shaggy wants a 4-port USB charger.
I do, and it exists.
It's not going to be powerful. What's the point?
The
You'll
one
charge 4
that you
things slowly?
found said quick charge.
Yeah, it said quick charge.
Yeah,
it
it
also
did.
said quick posting. Probably not.
Probably so.
Probably so.
Pretty reliable quick posting.
Well, I wouldn't know. You're the one who receives all these goods.
You receive goods.
Not as much.
In the form of free concert tickets.
That's true.
All
And
right.
I don't even have to have notice.
And I think that's a great way to conclude.
I get to say 1 hour,
Yeah?
and I want to go to a concert, and Shaggy has to say, all right, well, let's go to the Gold Chains. And I say,
I love the gold chains.
Wrap
Our
it
intro
up.
song today brought to you by the gold
one
chains.
and only,
The
actually.
gold chains.
The Gold Chain.
All right.
Let me pitch you a little something, though, while we're on Gold Chains.
Oh. Could this be the world's best and or worst
How many
segue?
carrots is the best carrot? No, not related, actually.
Oh,
Let's
okay,
not get
good.
into that.
Thank goodness.
I know, that was just a little argument I had prepared.
This podcast is about to go downhill real quick.
It's already heated. Actually, in terms of heat, would love some more tea.
Would you?
Can't, have to pitch it. Pause? No, let's not pause.
Okay,
Let's
let's
keep
keep going.
Okay.
All right, sweet.
We just paused.
Oh. Flawless editing.
Okay, alright. Have you ever been to a concert and you're like, boy, these guys, boys are good. Not little boys.
Not little boys.
The boys are good, or the girls are good. I'd love to support them. Even more than I did previously
you talking
by
about the
my
performers?
purchase of a ticket.
Okay, yes, you are. The performers.
Exactly.
The boys and
Merchandise is one of the cruxes of the Western civilization as a force, next to probably containering.
girls. I think your idea is as confusing as your use of the English language.
So, what if, instead of having to buy this official crappy merch, which, okay, maybe sometimes it's good quality, but it's not what you want. Shaggy, what was the merch last night at Gold Chains?
What was it?
Yeah, what was it?
There was a record,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a poster,
Believe it came together.
and pins. Those are the 3 items on
Pins.
sale.
Okay. Looked cool.
Yeah, they did.
Not disputing that.
No,
but
he's got a good visual designer for
But
his album covers.
not very
and stuff.
practical. Who's pinning these days? Who's recording?
Well, that was the thing
We
I was
are-
most likely to get was a pin, but then I was like,
Over a record,
like you said, I'm not
yes.
pinning.
But
Yeah,
imagine this.
imagine it.
You get a little side shop right
Yeah.
inside as well. Okay.
Side shop.
So for this idea,
I love a side
you guys are
venture.
going to need about 4 of your friends.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to need to be brave enough to buy something online, potentially with a credit card.
You know I'm not brave.
Okay, I'll do it for you.
Okay, thanks.
Here's what you do. $2. What'll that get you? A custom T-shirt from China.
Mm-hmm.
Bulk buying, baby.
How much in bulk?
You want maybe a couple hundo?
Couple hundo.
To couple thouso.
I do love bulk buying.
So you bulk, I know you do.
Yeah,
You've bulk bought today.
I did.
Yeah.
I bulk bought a few days
You can
ago.
ask him about that. Huge decision.
Would anyone like to ask me about it?
No, I think we'll get onto my idea.
Yeah. No, I was asking the crowd.
Pandering, thanks. So, you bulk buy your shirts, you set up your little store, you just rock up inside the venue, you say, spread the word, $10, official t-shirt. And what did I say? Did I say official? I don't know.
I don't know. I think you said,
I said
Fficial.
I said Fficial t-shirt. Because they've got Fficial branding on the inside. No one knows it. On the front, fantastic t-shirt. Whatever guy you want. If you're into the gold chains, get the gold chain on the front. And here's the beauty of it. You know how I said 4 friends earlier? Bring 4 friends? Guess how many shirts one person can wear?
An infinite amount of shirts?
Wrong. 155. That's the amount. You put 155 times 4, it's at least 300, I reckon. You got 300 shirts in there for sale.
You lost me with the maths.
People are mad. People are going, oh, he said it was official, but you didn't. And they're not official. So...
What is Fficial?
The coppers rock up. They go, we're going to have to seize your gear. What gear, sir? You and your friends.
Nice. I like sir.
155 t-shirts on yourselves each. There's nothing to confiscate. You guys are just wearing with glee.
Wearing with glee.
Yeah, would you back it? A little bit of a scheme. I'd say probably not strictly within the legal corridor, but it's maybe half a step out at most.
My initial thought is we need to seek out a speech pathologist because you used words such as containering and I don't know what else. It was very confusing.
It's actually one of the main reasons I've always wanted to start a podcast.
Can I ask what
to share
Fficial
the gift
is?
Of the containerization.
But what is Fficial?
Official?
Yeah.
It's nearly official.
Okay.
It's close enough.
So it's a made-up word that isn't official.
It's not quite official.
Yeah.
But how close are we? What, 6/7? Something like that?
7/8.
So you're backing it? Oh, who's Mr. Math over here?
I don't know. You did a lot of maths earlier about the shirt. That really confused me. As far as... So this is meant to make someone money? I still don't understand.
Here's the beauty. It's beneficial to everyone. It's going to make you money. $10 a t-shirt you're selling. $2 you're buying. What's that, like $20 per shirt you're making? Plus, all the happy concert goers, they're getting a good deal.
Yeah, no, I kind of just like the merch that comes from the official. There's something about the prestige of getting official merch.
Yeah, I would believe you if you'd bought any.
Yeah.
Or if they had t-shirts available for sale.
Well, you know what? Next time. But
next time we'll do it.
But in the
next
meantime...
concert, you heard him.
In the meantime, I'm sure as hell not buying official shirts. Because I don't know what that is.
Sorry, you missed a letter. You're not buying official shirts.
I didn't say that. I said
Run
official.
the tape. You're not buying official shirts.
I know. And I'm not buying official shirts either.
I'm not buying official shirts.
I'm not buying official shirts.
And give me a like if you're buying an official shirt.
I'd say... No, give me a dislike if you disagree.
Oh,
let's just both diss.
You're
let's
asking
just
for
diss
a
the
1-to-0 ratio.
I'm just asking for more dislikes. We haven't got any yet, and I'd really like to reach some sort of an equilibrium.
Yeah, we're really angling for it. I always put the better idea on the dislike side, but it's not working.
Yeah,
that's why I've been not dislikes once actually. Horribly timed for that.
So it's a really real confusing concept.
So I guess you.
I do appreciate the bulk buying aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
the rest of it I don't like.
Okay.
And moving on, because for the second time in about 14 minutes, I'm very confused by what you've just said.
Well, people should have made notes like I did when I was
You wrote
taking
so many notes. I'm surprised you...
It was a big idea.
I'm surprised that when you use words like containering that you've written as much as you have.
How do you think I remembered 155? 155 equals record. It's cruxes like that I can just rely on.
It's cruxes.
Like a one under the arm. Big crux.
That's a crutch.
It's a crux. The crux of the thing.
Alright. Great. Well, I'm going to get into a bit of story time.
And I'm going to pour a tea.
Before you confuse
Apologies
me to
to
the
the audio listeners, but visual...
Ooh, what a noise.
Won't mind. Ooh. This is taking too long. Oh, look how black that baby is.
That was a huge... Look how black that baby is.
Please go on.
Oh yeah, this is the story. So my story also has a bit of a sponsor. The story is actually brought to us by a good friend of both of ours, Ben. You know a Ben, don't you?
Ben L'Onclesu.
No, not that Ben. Different Ben.
No, I know.
So, this friend of ours, Ben, he's a frequenter of the university library.
Bit of a shout out for Ben.
Yeah, bit of a shout out for Ben, bit of a shout out for
Not
the library.
Not a good one. Stop going there, you big nerd.
What do you...
Call him.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, anyway, in his times at the library, especially in last semester, there was a discovery he made. He was sitting at his table one day, minding his own business, doing his work. A man came over, put a Red Bull on the table, looked at him, said, "It looks like you might have needed this one." And he walked away.
They call him the Bull Angel.
Now, this was a sealed can. The man walked away. Ben was in shock, but he sold the sealed can as like...
The next day, papers said, missing.
No, didn't say that. This is my story. You're making fabrications. Anyway, cut to about a week later from that. Ben is in a completely different study area, again within the confines of the university. But this guy comes in, Red Bull again, puts it in front of Ben. This time doesn't say anything, just gives him a nod and a smile.
He knows.
Walks away.
He knows he needs it.
Walks away. Ben, once again, shocked.
Total shocker.
Can't believe it.
Does he recognize the man?
Not really.
Not
I mean,
really.
if I put out a call to action, I've been told this man has black hair, has a black backpack, and
that's quite
based on the strut, he has a bit of a strut as he walks away, as anyone would when you make someone's day with a can of Red Bull.
Or with a black backpack.
I'd just like to state this podcast is not sponsored by Red Bull, but if they wanted to sponsor us, I would take their money. Carrying on. So, yeah, Ben is getting all this free Red Bull from this guy who I assume is a Red Bull representative, a merchandising representative.
What other kind of guy has the cash to buy Red Bull and then not down it?
Well, what I'm told is this guy has, and Ben's seen him do this to other people.
Was this the same guy twice?
Yeah, but we think it is.
That's weird.
He's now been dubbed by Ben and some of our friends as the Red Bull Fairy. And he's...
some say the Bull Angel.
Some do say the Bull Angel. And look,
this is the kind of guy whose side you'd look at and say, I'm going to be on the right of you.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not, where's the bull?
Not in front of us.
I'm on the right side of him, that's for sure. And I'm not moving.
I was just shocked to hear the story. I mean, there is a man at the university walking around handing out Red Bulls for free.
And if you hadn't realised, universities... They're on top of the stealing game lately.
They are.
Yeah, they say, all right...
I don't want to get into it. It's a lot of bureaucracy and red tape.
Bring it in.
Let's not get into it.
Hey. It's a hot MacBook.
Yeah.
Bam. Stolen.
I just thought, you know what?
Stolen by the man.
Let's not turn this into a sadness kind of thing.
A lot of diplomacy.
If you have a gripe, is it going to be a university gripe? Is that what this is?
This isn't university rated. This is rated for all people. Under university and above. Clean. We're a clean show. So children, listen up. Quick. Daddy's got a story. Which is actually a gripe, and it's going to apply to every one of you.
Daddy?
Have you ever tried to buy chips online?
No.
No, nor should you. But as an office, let's say financial consultant, financial manager, your job is probably going to be, let's order the company some snacks every week. Woolies will come in, deliver it for us.
Oh, you know what this is, guys? Will's nickname at work is
Snacks.
Snacks.
Let's not get into this.
Hey, Snacks. How's it going, Snacks?
Unrelated.
For all of you not sitting in this room, Will just physically shed his own body in a moment of disgust when he heard his nickname.
And I'm trying to itch this thing that's inside me.
Snacks.
Enough with that. I don't feel like telling my gripe anymore.
Wow.
Do you want to move on?
Are you ending the podcast? I'm confused.
I mean, like, do you want to move on and find a new podcast partner?
Do I want to move on?
Yeah.
I guess that's what the last podcast was about.
Yeah, I guess it was a bit of a tryout.
Yeah, it was a little bit. And he failed.
No, actually, I'm mad.
Frankly...
I'm going to tell you my gripe.
Okay, carry on.
Back in the day, if you wanted to buy a variety pack of little chips, each of which... You know, like the big bag would contain maybe 20 packets of mini chips.
Yeah, one of those snacks.
Each is good for a lunchtime. We don't use that word.
Sorry.
A little lunchtime packet of chips. These days, not the same thing. The way they package it is like it's one normal bag of chips. Your normal size. You're what, 30 centimeters by 10, let's say. So you go online. It looks like a normal packet of chips. In reality, it's just 6 tiny ones in there. The amount of space that's wasted in there. They get no chips inside this thing. And this is not a gripe at my workplace, because they're really the victims as much as I am. It's just a gripe at the marketers for, let's say Grainwaves, let's say Smiths.
Let's say Smiths.
The big ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking at you guys and I'm saying, fix it. Go back to the old days. Make it clear. Say variety pack on the top. Don't make it this giant chip packet that's made up of these baby packets. We don't want 6 babies. We want, Enough said, really. I'm getting hot and bothered over this.
6 black babies.
No one said that. They suddenly went crisp.
That's never been said on this podcast.
That's for sure.
And if you guys go looking for it, it's not there.
Don't try, though.
Yeah, don't try.
It's the old
All right.
bluff. That's
Are
what
you
that
ready?
technique
Okay.
is.
Are you ready for the winning idea
Oh, please.
of today's podcast?
It wasn't a contest.
Are you? It is a contest. The entire foundation of this podcast is that it's a contest.
Well, maybe it will be with your next partner.
It'll be no contest today because I'm going to blow you out of the water.
Please.
All right. So let's start this back. All right.
By the way, Shaggy was very prepared for this. So
Very prepared.
raise those expectations, then double them again.
And then just bring them back down a little bit. Just so you can feel the true euphoria.
Do that
of
if
the
you want to
shock.
take one step back, but take
All right.
2 forward after.
So, as we touched on already, I love to buy in bulk.
Yep.
Right? I went to Coles, bought some drinks in bulk. It was on special. I bought like 5 of them. The other day...
Whopping 20% off, I'd
I
say.
know, pretty good. The other day, I had to buy some house keys. Got a couple of copies of my house keys.
Too many?
I bought 6.
Yeah, a couple is not 6. That's
6
3
copies.
couples. You bought 3 couples of
3
copies.
couples of copies.
Stop coupling them up.
Efficient.
Make them singles, at least.
Last time I bought socks, I bought 7 pairs of socks.
Yep.
I occasionally buy white t-shirts in Target from bulk. These are all, admittedly not good traits. Pretty wasteful, I guess.
Quite wasteful. Let's say the unethical shopper is not me.
Yeah, let's say that. But in the context of this idea, perfect. So, Will, what is the worst thing about the lottery?
I don't think there is one.
Okay, well, what I was going to say is you have no agency when it comes to the lottery, all right?
Oh, yeah.
You know, you can't actually physically do anything that's
But
going to
it's just
help
so
your
fun.
odds. Yeah, I guess, but it's not. There's nothing that can help your odds of winning.
Yeah.
And winning
Aside from buying more tickets.
is the true feeling, you know?
Yeah, that's what we're all chasing, baby.
Okay.
Win, win,
so
win. As
Khalid
said.
I'm proposing a competition,
DJ.
all right? Where I sell keys, a copy of upwards of thousands of this copy of key. You understand?
Not at all.
And in this competition, if you find the key or find the house that works with this corresponding key, you own the contents within this house.
You are not Willy Wonka.
Now
Shagnick.
let me explain this. All right,
You're
I'm sitting in a house.
endangering families.
I'm sitting in a house, and I'm thinking, okay, the contents of this house maybe $50,000.
Bold.
Now I was buying copies of keys for about $4 to $5. So I'm thinking I could sell these lottery keys that have the potential to win you the goods worth $50,000. I can sell them for a little bit more.
Are you going to limit how many people can buy, or could this be infinite keys?
I mean,
bullet?
it makes no sense for them to buy more than one.
I'd buy 20.
But it's the same key.
It's the same key? Everyone has the same key?
Everyone has the same key, and they're going mad looking for this place.
It's a nationwide manhunt for
It's
the
a
house.
nationwide manhunt for this house.
You're going to bring the place down.
And
I'll tell ya.
everyone in the nation is buying a key. Imagine if 20 million people bought this key for $7.
Can you imagine the economic downpour that would
imagine?
just slaughter the
Can
houses?
you? $140 million.
Think of employment, Shaggy.
$140 million.
Employ a guy with
What
a
was the
key?
valuation of those things inside this house? 50 grand?
50-ish.
And there's a potential for profits of $140 million?
I do like those numbers when you crunch them that way.
Yeah.
And you know what? I've been a bit of a sucker for crunched numbers, so...
I mean, never before has the lottery or something of this given the people the opportunity to use their lottery ticket and be like, does it work here? No. Does it work here? No. Does it work here? Yes.
You know what I worry about?
What are you worrying about?
An age limit. I don't want some little punk on a scooter riding up to my house with Shaggy's Willy Wonka golden key trying to open that thing. What if I left my door unlocked? Boys coming in. Get out of here.
Well, it's not your house. I don't.
Well, he
own
might be
your
trying
house.
my house.
I guess.
This guy's going to try every house.
Well, it's not going to unlock your door because it doesn't.
What if the door's unlocked?
Oh yeah, you're right.
He's coming in.
Well,
and he's going,
I mean,
I've done it!
I guess he's got to test whether it unlocks the door. He's not just going to come into your house.
Right, but he can't really test it if it's unlocked.
Well, he could. Yeah, I suppose he can't.
I guess he could lock your house for you. But that would be
Which
probably
is
more
the
scary.
role of a good Samaritan, really.
Not going to find one.
Because he's got to lock himself out for
I
him
don't
to
think
try.
we have him here.
Really, what I'm doing is breeding
World
good
of
Samaritans
convicts.
and smarter gamblers.
Doesn't exist.
I think this idea is foolproof.
I think it's so full
Mm-hmm.
that one of your stature could maybe perceive it as being proof.
All right, well, people out there, if you like the idea, hit me a dislike. In fact, you know what? Hit me 2 dislikes. Make a second account. Double dislike me.
You know how many accounts I
DD.
have, Shagnick?
4.
9.
Will Smith at trumpet
Guess
at
who's
gmail.com.
Wrong.
Will
You can't have
Smith
2
trumpet
ats.
at gmail. You could have 2 ats.
You could
You
not.
could for sure have 2
For
ats.
sure you could not. Let's
You're
try
right.
it.
You couldn't.
Let's try it right now. Okay.
Yeah.
A
let's move
little
on.
mini win
Yeah,
for
we
me.
just had a bit of a fight.
Sorry about that.
Bit of a tiff.
I knew this one would be heated.
Yeah.
Because I had a bit of tea.
And weren't you right? Ted,
I've got something to bring up with you, actually. You could call it...
is it a beef?
It's not a beef.
Okay.
It's a bit of an item of
It's been a lot of beef this
discussion,
podcast.
I guess.
Discussion.
So back to university.
Mm-hmm.
We're taking a step. Have you ever been in a
remember those
class,
days.
start of the semester, they go, all right, whoever's on your table, that's your group for the semester. And you look around and you go, wieners. Damn it.
Wieners.
You go, oh, the flippin' A. And they say, you sucked in.
I like how we started this podcast being like, oh, we're not going to curse. So you use
child-friendly
words like
show.
wieners and what
Flippin' A.
what did you start with?
You get in there, and
Flippin' A.
and you're stuck with them. They go, oh, well, in the workforce, you're going to have to work with people you don't like. And
Wieners,
This
really?
is the best practice. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. Where are they? Don't
They're
know.
everywhere.
You can't even spot them. There's so many. Okay. My proposition is, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
That's not a
You're in-
proposition.
It's proposed. Was it
I
not
pro-
proposed?
I propose that it's
I
the
proposed that
stupidest-
that was the stupidest thing I ever heard. Here's why.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not even going to check my notes.
Mm-hmm. You did. You
I
just
did
looked at them.
not. I did not.
Here's why. Looks down. Notes check.
Okay.
Keep going.
Pros to making your own uni groups.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to be changing groups every single semester in a workplace.
That's true.
That's a fact. Like, it's not 4 different groups
Why is that
every
so this is a
6
pro
months.
of preset groups or a pro
of choosing your own groups.
That
That's
doesn't sound like a pro.
Simulating a workplace environment.
So you
where
think
you
in
can
work
be
you
with-
can choose who you want to
You
work
can
with?
be with the same people year after year, which is what you can replicate by
if you
choosing your own
control
team.
who's employed, I suppose. Which you
Control
won't.
who's employed. Well, that's one of my other points. If you get one of these wieners in your group, sure, he might be the lead balloon of the group.
Mm-hmm.
And in uni, that's okay. He's just going to keep on failing. In the workplace, guy's going to last a couple months. He's out of here.
But you can get wieners that are good at
Bam.
their job.
That's not the kind of guy I mind having in my group.
Okay.
If a guy's going to carry, wiener it up, boy.
Just smack you with the wiener.
Not me, though.
Not you?
No.
Oh.
More of a beef sausage preferred. Yeah, so that's it.
Oh. Was I meant
Wieners-
to disagree with
Wieners
that?
would be fine. No, I told you you wouldn't.
Oh.
I was just kind of hoping for something that we would disagree upon.
That wasn't it.
I feel like you could find a hole.
In that? If I looked...
No, just a joke.
Oh. More wiener humor.
No, it was hole proof.
Ooh.
The argument.
Very nice.
And that's the last of that.
Uh-huh.
I think we should just wrap it up.
All right. Wrap what up?
The wieners.
In a blanket?
Wrap them up.
Pigs in a blanket. Full circle, everybody.
And that's probably going to do it.
Yeah.
This has been
so this is when we get into the Gilmore Girls,
classic
right?
episode. No.
So did we start on Gilmore Girls now?
If we do, everyone's tuning out. All right. Goodbye, everybody.
No, the Gilmore Girls,
This has been the Incubator Pod.
All right.
With Shaggy
the Brendan Fraser
and
segment.
Will.
That's what goes on now.
So goodbye.
All right. Starting
and place your hedges.
now.
Vote.